All right, all right. All right, it's either you stand up, it's either you go to the kitchen very quickly and take your coffee and draw it nearer to you. It's either you take, whatever that you need necessary because you don't want to get any disturbance. You don't want any stumbling block, any hindering factor, that will actually hinder you to get the why reason of our existence, of our life for today. My name is Vusi Navugela. I am an entrepreneur. I am a network marketing professional. I am a philanthropist, and I am excited for being part of the moving wagon, being part of the how train, being part of the space whereby within an organization there is an organism and there is an organism within this space. So I am not alone. I've got someone, who is dear to my heart, a guy who is, goal-oriented, a guy who is, a person who is a workaholic when it comes into the space of cryptocurrency. But, feel welcome, feel in this space, get excited, get exuberant, because this is $1 million opportunity. It's an opportunity that you never find, inside your space, that you never find in front of you. And if it's for the first time that you tune with us, we welcome you, type 1, so that you are able to recognize your existence in our space. If it's for the first time that you tune with us, type 1. And if it's for the majority of time you tune with us, give us number 7, because the guy that we are hosting today is a number 7 guy. He likes the perfectionist, and we are excited, we are jovial, and we are exuberant, we are exhilarating in this space. We are here to give you not just a helicopter testimony, not just a helicopter strategy. We are giving you a strategy that has worked for everyone, a strategy that has been tested, qualified, and quantified in this space. So thank you very much for being part of us. But we are here to give you, a chance to invest in knowledge before you can even invest your money. We are not interested that you are just hooked in. You want to invest money and you ask us questions. If I invest this much, how much will I get? No, we want to give the strategy, give you the system, give you the method, give you the skill on how to assess your progress on the strategy that you have opted to actually use. So we've got a product that is called Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is actually one of the cryptocurrencies that are more than 9,000 within the space of that currency. And, Bitcoin having been established in 2009, and in 2010, one Bitcoin was 140 cents. Why? Because Bitcoin uses a strategy that is used by economics, which is your supply and demand. We only have 21 million Bitcoins that will ever be supplied in this space. We've got methods on how you can participate in this space, which is, you're buying and hold. You buy the coins when the price of the coin is low. You anticipate, the appreciation of the price of the coin. When the price of the coin has escalated, you stand high chances to be excited of the surplus that you have accumulated. There's another format that you can use, which is called trading. I am not an ambassador of trading. I am an ambassador of the third method, which is called mining. With mining, you join a community of people that are mining Bitcoin. You form that, social web of interaction. You mine the coins together. you join, your computational power. You respond to a mathematical problem. After having verified transactions, you are able to accumulate coins. You are paid according to the mining machine that you are actually, hosting within the space of the company you have partnered with. We've partnered with a company that is called the Mining City. Mining City is a company that is situated in Warsaw, Poland, and Mining City is a network marketing company in the cryptocurrency space. It's not an investment company, not regulated as an investment company, and not actually registered as an investment company, registered as a cryptocurrency company, mining cryptocurrencies as well as distributing coins within the cryptocurrency space. So you can partner with us by purchasing and renting a computational power. The mining machine or computational power you are renting has a contractual period of 1,100 days. You will be paid within a period of 1,100 days for doing nothing, for not even lifting up a finger. You are a miner connected with other miners. But that one, it's for people who are interested to engage in a long-term store of value. But if you are like me, you were having, a challenge of accumulating or getting paid, peanuts from your employer, and you've decided to venture into the space of network marketing, and you are now experiencing to be paid on a daily basis from the mining space as well as from the network marketing company. So today we are profiling someone who took a decision to be part of our space, took a decision to be part of the moving work on, and today he is enjoying the life that is still your dream. Let's take, our hands and join our hands together and welcome our guest for today, Mr. Nevo Checker. Give me some 7 fire emojis as we welcome our city chief manager in the space of, Fox Nation. My good sir, we agreed that if God can only give us 1,100, only 100 millionaires in Africa, just for now, we would be very excited. Is that a fair request from God?
Mr. Novogela, before I even answer that question, I want to take this time to say thank you to everyone, for attending this call tonight. Thank you, Mr. Novogela, for calling me, to come on and share my story and share my journey with many of the people that has already been in the business, but most importantly, a lot of the people that are outside looking in. And so, yes, Mr. Novogela, the organization Fox Nation, after we have identified the power of this vehicle, we had an audacious goal. The first goal was, is it possible for us to create 10 millionaires? That was the first audacious goal that we had. Was it possible for Fox Nation to create 10 millionaires? And guess what? Not even in a space of 1 year, Fox Nation did exactly that. But the hunger grew, and the excitement grew, because you get 2 kinds of income, Pop. You get what we call earned income, which is the income you get from the money, from the actions taken, which is now talking about the money, that's the monetary income. Then you get psychic income. That's what we, in other words, called fulfillment. When you see other people making money that you've brought into the space, that does something internally to you that money itself cannot buy. And so, Lononabo Fololo, a visionary as he is, says, guys, why don't we set a bigger goal? Why don't we say we're looking for 100 millionaires in the next 24 months? And 12 months later, after he set that goal, we are now over 30 millionaires. And in the next 12 months, in fact, in the next 18 months, because, 4 months right now, 12 months, or next 16 months, we are literally pushing to have, another 70 millionaires to make it 100 millionaires. And with what's about to happen, Popo, I think we might have to reset the goal to something bigger.
My good sir, have you ever seen any grave that is written, this person died because of dreaming? Have you ever came across that that grave?
No, Popo. I've never really come through that grave, but the unfortunate part, and I think Dr. Miles Mundre highlights this, it says, the grave is one of the most wealthiest places on earth. You know, it's not the Middle East that is flowing with oil. It's not Africa that is flowing with all sorts of minerals, you know, and gold. You know, it's not New York with the highest buildings in the world. The wealthiest part of the world is the grave, simply because in the grave are dreams not fulfilled, are dreams not fulfilled, are books not written, are songs never sung, you know, are poetries never ever heard. You know, in the grave are the best speakers that we have never ever heard. You know, the great ideas never manifested. And so even though no one died of dreaming, but many people have died with their dreams. And you know, years ago, I made a decision in my life. I'm never going to die with my dream, because I feel that's probably one of the worst ways to die, right? To die full. You know, when you want to go out in this world, you want to go out empty. You want to know that I came in and I gave all that I had and I went out. You know, I don't want to die with a container having, you know, a lot that I could have offered. And so even though no one dies of dreaming, but many people die with their dreams because they were not willing to out on their dreams.
Take us through, Popo. We are talking about the guy, you are profiling the guy, but there's someone who is new in this space, and that person wanted to figure out, who is this guy? Where do you come from? What qualification do you have? Have you ever worked? Are you working? You know, currently, are you reporting to someone? Are you getting money on a 30-day period? Those are the questions as you profile yourself that we want to get clarity on.
Yes, Popo, thank you very much. I'm quite excited to share with people, you know, how the fact that I was able to make, you know, a million rand in 1 month. Excited with the fact that I can be able to share with people the reality of that, you know, in this rank that I have right now, I'm the youngest in Africa, you know, to do it. But with that being said, you know, that's just the top of that's just the cream to the rest of the cake. But the reality of it is that if I can share with you, that's just my glory. But I have a story, and my story is that I'm very similar to the average person that is out there. You know, I grew up in a family, you know, a loving family, a family that really took care of me. You know, I was born and raised in Cape Town. I came over to the Eastern Cape in 2009. So my father, biological father, passed away, you know, in 2003. My mother was remarried to my now father, you know, in 2008. And you know, so that's where I find myself now. I'm actually, you know, I took some time off. I came to the Eastern Cape. I'm actually in the Eastern Cape right now. I'm actually chilling with my parents. It's
absolutely,
it's a wonderful feeling, Popo. And that's just about me. So I got involved in this opportunity about 4 years ago. So I've been 4 years right now in the industry of cryptocurrencies. And just a bit about my story is that, you know, after, you know, the passing of my biological father, you know, he had left some debt over to my mom. And my mom was a really, really hard-working person. I mean, my mom did whatever a person needed to do to become successful, you know, and she finds herself now in this issue where my father passes on, the debt that he had now to be transferred to her. She had just bought a new house, extended it, looking beautiful. And now she's facing weeks, days away from foreclosure. The house is about to be repossessed because right now she's accumulated a lot of debt that she didn't bargain for. And you know what, Papa? I went home one day and I found my mom crying. I was 9 years old. In fact, I was 10. Found my mother crying. Now, there's some days as a person that you can't really, you know, forget. You know, your mom being a hero, and if you can, and you know, most of our moms as Black people are our heroes, right? Because they take on a weight in life that most often people don't. So now look at my mom as this hero, and I looked at this one thing that was able to make her cry. This one thing that was able to make my mom cry. The first time I witnessed her crying was when the house was about to be repossessed. And so I knew the effect of money on humanity, that the lack of it can make even a strong heroine like my mom crumble, you know? And so subconsciously, something within me said, one needs to have a lot of these things so that, you know, so that number one, if I had to pass on, you know, my wife would never have to cry like my mom did. Number two, that my mom would never have to cry about money ever again. Now, this was before she got remarried. So that seed of wanting to make it in life. And in fact, my mother was my coach. She told me exactly what to do. She told me my child, but unfortunately, she showed me a way that was given to her. She said, my son, if you want to be successful, and you're probably on this call right now, you're probably told this formula, right? This formula says, if you want to be successful, you need to go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and you'll have lots of money. Now, guys, I'm not going to downsize going to school. It's very, very, it opens up your mind, but don't go to school for money, okay? Don't go to school for survival, right? Go there to learn and to open up your mind. And so I went there, and after that, I had a choice because I'd done well at school. I was part of the top 3 students ever since from grade 1 to grade 12. I was always part of the top 3 students. And I did that because I wanted to really work extremely hard. I wanted to become successful. And when I went out, I had an option. Do I want to become a lawyer, an accountant, a doctor, or an engineer? Cut the long story short, I chose the engineering, and I went out the engineering, field, and I went in and studied engineering. I had the opportunity to work for a company by the name of Bosch Projects. They were an engineering consulting firm, and that's where I learned a lot. But I thought when I get there, I'm going to become successful. Like, this is where the money is going to be, And guess what? The reality is that people there were not financially free. I mean, I witnessed people literally, stressed on payday. I witnessed people complaining about petrol prices going up. I know you're not going to complain about petrol prices going up if you have a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because, by the way, you're not supposed to know how much a liter of petrol is.
Absolutely.
If you're constantly swiping full tank, you know what I mean? So I knew that I was on a wrong boat. And I remember this one day, very, very significant day of my life, where I went on a leadership, there was a leadership workshop that was organized, by the company I was working for. And the company had put out, that this, we should learn about leadership, right? Leadership, just a leadership workshop. And one of the things that was critical to the leadership workshop is, the ability to set goals. So one of the things that we're taught is how to set goals, the importance of setting goals, but most importantly, how to set these goals. And, for many of you might know this formula for goal setting. It's SMART goals. Your goals should be SMART, which is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and within a time frame. Papa, that's what my goal was. But my goal there was simple. My goal was, I want to be a millionaire by the age of 30. Papa, to me, that was smart. That was smart to me, and to my surprise, after we had submitted our goals, the facilitator took my sheet of paper where I written my goals. It was one line: I want to become a millionaire by the age of 30. She put down her glasses ever so slightly, looked at me with a degree of being concerned, said, my child, you need to be more realistic.
Wow.
Right? And at the time I was 24, so I was giving myself 6 years to become a millionaire. I mean, to me, that was realistic, number one. Number two, that was smart, or specific. I want to be a millionaire. I want to have 1 million in my bank account by the age of 30 years old. I thought it was attainable because there's a lot of millionaires out there. I thought it was realistic, as I said, I thought it was a time frame. I mean, at the age of 30, that was 2023, I would be turning 30. So I made this goal in 2017, that I want to become a millionaire by 2023. Is that too much to ask for? But apparently it was, as long as I remained in the engineering industry, right? So
it became a mission impossible.
Well, that's what she was saying, Papa, that it was impossible for me to do so. And I was at a crossroad in my life, and I had to ask myself one question: what do I do? Do I settle for what is, or do I go for what I want? And I think that's the crossroad many of the people, even on this call right now, you've been faced with this crossroad where, are you either going to seek opportunity, or are you going to bank at security? A lot of people abort opportunity at the cost of security. Now, a lot of people don't know that our minds work according to memory. we find security, not in good things. We find security in the things we know. So even if the things we know don't work for us, we'll still become secured with the things we know. Right? We are not secured by good things. We're secured by the things we know. And so if all you know is being broke, guess what? You're going to be securely broke. Find out people out there, Pop, and I've met a lot of people, that I'm broke. And what are you doing about it? Well, I'm thinking, no. It's that their mind has found comfort in a place of non-comfort, right? And so that was the crossroad I am. Am I going to sit down at the comfort of what is? I've already had a job. I'm secure. I'm having a permanent job here. Or am I going to go and look for something else? I might get my fingers burnt. I might do this, I might do that. But the worst that could happen is that in the next 6 years, I could become a millionaire. Through God's guidance, I got, met a wonderful man by the name of Lonabo Fololo, took me under his wing. I'm just cutting the long story short.
Sure.
2017, he took me under his, in 2017, he brought me into the space. 2018, he started mentoring me. In 2018, that same year, I resigned from my job. Wrote my employer love letter. I'm sure a lot of people here want to write their bosses a love letter, a goodbye love letter. If that's you, type 1. If you want to write, if you are here right now and there's something in you that just wishes you could write a love letter to your employer, just type 1 in the comment section. Oh, I see this one's flying. Right.
Papa, I just want to interject you.
Yes.
On that very same moment, there are old folks within this space. They have been there for such a long period of time. You just came in and you don't even have an experience of 3 years in that industry. You are firing your boss. What sort of advices that you got from the old folks in that very same moment?
Well, you see, Papa, to be honest with you, there's a gentleman that I'll never forget. His name is Samgele Ngwangu. He's a guy I'll never forget. You see, when he saw my conviction, he was one guy I was really close with. If it was one person I really cared what thought about me, was this guy. So he was an entrepreneur at his heart. And I felt that there's a lot of things he wanted to do when he was younger, when he didn't have so much responsibilities that he wanted me to do, right? So when I told him that this is what I want, he's like, hey, dude, if you are really, really sure about this thing, go for it. But the others were like, hey, why don't you wait until you're professionally registered? Why don't you wait for this? There's a lot of noise happening, And so before I did it, I put down that resignation letter. I didn't really consult anyone.
Cool.
Put it down. I made the commitment. I didn't even tell my mother because I know my mother. My mother is a perfectionist. Is a person who wants a predictable outcome. So in other words, she wants to know what's going to happen in the future, and she wants certain steps. And so I didn't tell her. I only told my mother, Popo, about 18 months after I resigned from my job. Oh, that's when I told her I resigned. And you know why I told only 18 months after I resigned, Popo? It's because I had to bring a Mercedes-Benz AMG line to her to say, this is what I've been doing for the past 18 months. So that's the time where, but the rest, Papa, they could not relate with what I was doing. Now, I'm telling people, I'm saying, you can't listen to someone who does not have what you want to tell you about what you should get, what you should do to get what you want. If you don't have it, they can't tell you about it, man. So I understood that the people that were my naysayers, don't do this, don't resign. You are 3 years, this, you must always have a plan B, plan B and a plan C, always make sure, why don't you do this first and then C, because these things, how many of you have ever heard of these things? These things might not last. Type 2 on the comment section if you have heard of these things, so so people were talking about, I'm like, I got my goal to chase. I know what I want. And so Popo, without wasting any time, that's what I did. I resigned from my job. A lot of them thought I was crazy, but a lot of them today come back and respect the decision I've made.
Wow.
And a lot of them actually wish they did. you know. So you, first of all, you'll always be despised before you are respected.
Absolutely.
And so you have to be willing to go through that process of being despised before you can actually go through the process of being respected.
Wow. So in your journey, your new journey now, which is your new page, you don't know, the process, you don't know anything about the environment. You got someone who is glued and so passionate about this environment that you are still an infant. You are just introduced to this space. How important it is to get yourself a mentor and an accountability structure, within this space as you navigate in the period.
So, Papa, I was actually thinking about that question, right? So I listened to a quote by one of the most successful people in the world saying that the shortcut to success is to find someone who is successful. Find someone who has what you want. Do what they do, say what they say, and you'll have what they have.
Wow.
Right? But there's a missing information. There's missing information in that statement, Bob. And that is, you need to know what you want first.
Sure.
You can never find a mentor who's going to show you that, what you want unless you know what you want. And so that's the reality. So before I met Renabo Fololo, who became my mentor, he was a mentor who was helping people get the success that they wanted. So if I didn't know what kind of success I wanted, I was not going to get there. So if I had to ask you right now, you're a new person on this call, and I say, tell me in the next 18 months, what is it that you want to, achieve? What is your income goal for the next 18 months? What is your 3-year goal? And a lot of people be like, I don't know. Wait, what is available? I want to know first about what Bitcoin is first before. Look, Bitcoin will help you get to your goal. It's not going to help you discover your goal. Opportunities don't help you discover your goal. Opportunities take you to where your goal is. And so a lot of people don't get to their goal, Papa. Why? Because they don't know what they want. And so the first thing, I knew what I wanted. I knew that I wanted success. I did not know how to get there. I did not know who had it. But all I knew, at least the one thing I knew, that there's this life of getting paid on the 28th, on the 3rd, I'm borrowing for money. I don't want this life. Right?
Wow.
I don't want this. I want to be a millionaire. So I got in touch with Mr. Renabo Fololo, who had exposed me to the opportunity of crypto. And Papa, would you allow me to tell you why I got involved with the company that we're with right now?
Go ahead, my good sir. Go ahead.
See, and first of all, I had to admit, number one, that I'm broke. That if I keep on doing things the way I'm doing currently right now, I'm not going to be happy with my life. I was 24 at the time, but I witnessed my father die at the age of 36. So I knew that, with that being said, you have to be able to become a forward thinker. Life's not as long as you think it is.
Sure.
Right? So the concept of time is flawed. So I need to ask, if I keep on doing what I'm doing right now for the next 10 to 15 years, where will I be? Popo, I think you're sharing your screen right now.
that is not me.
Oh, okay, someone is. I think someone is sharing their screen. Okay, cool. So it is a bit confusing. Can someone pin me, please? Someone here set up duo with.
Yeah.
I think it's Christina. Popo.
Fox must just assist us on that because he's the host.
Okay, let me just say stop sharing. Okay,
sure.
Cool. Fantastic stuff. So, where was I, Pop?
So you were sharing your story about
Yes. So I realized if I continue doing what I was doing, I was not going to become financially free. I was going to be like exactly how the people who were in my company for the past 10, 15 years. So number one, that is the one reason why I wanted to move from where I am. So a lot of people on this call right now, you want to move in life. You either want more money You either want more money. Some of you saying, look, I don't want more money. I just need something that's going to give me more time with my family. That's number two. Some of you saying, look, now, I just need something that's going to give me less stress. That's number three. Number four is, I just need more options in life. Number five, someone is saying all of the above. So tell me right now in the comment section, what is it that you want? More money, number one, type one. If you're saying more time, number two. If somebody's saying less stress, number three. More options, number four. All of the above, type five. I see a lot of all of the above. Now, don't worry, guys. I was there exactly 5 years ago. I needed all of the above. Okay. So I decided I need to partner with an opportunity. I need an opportunity that was going to give me what it is that I needed. That's going to help me solve all 4 of my major problems. So when I looked at a company, so I knew if I'm going to partner with a company, I must look at these 3 aspects. Number one, is the company that I'm about to partner with, number one, does it have a reputation? Is it reputable? Or are they working with reputable strategic partners to fulfill whatever common goal they have, right? So who are the leaders? A lot of people get involved into things that has no, if you look at it, this history, it is nothing, it's just in J, it's something flimsy, trying to hype you, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Well, number one, who are the people behind the company? What have they done? Do they have any form of success, or are they trying their luck here with your money, right? So that's the one thing I looked at. The second thing I looked at was, okay, I looked at the company, I looked at the product. Is the product relevant for the time that we're in? Very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. You can be in a good company, but having a bad product or a product that is out of date. Remember Nokia, very, very good company, but their product was out of date. It was overtaken by the likes of Apple, the likes of Huawei, the likes of Samsung. They were a good company, but a company with a no longer viable product. Is the product that you are in? Everybody's talking about 4th industrial revolution. Well, the product that you are busy with right now, is it still relatable in the 4th industrial revolution? It's so sad, ladies and gentlemen, that a lot of people are sending their kids to study things that will no longer be needed in the future. Why do you think we have so much unemployment? Thinking that the government's going to supply. No, the thing is, the things that people are studying is no longer needed. You want to be a great journalist, but you know that who's going to cover a story quicker, you or Twitter? Who's going to release it? Who's going to be first, you or Twitter? Relevance, right? So you know to ask yourself, the product or the service that you are offering, is it relevant in the 21st century? The third thing you need to ask yourself is, the company may be good, the product may be good, but is there an opportunity for me to grow? Is the timing perfect for me to come in? And is there an opportunity for me to grow within the organization? Right? So when I met Mining City, all 3 of these things were covered. The company had a reputation of note, right? The strategic partner, MindBest, had multiple industry awards. So these people were not only being recognized by the company itself, but they were recognized by the industry for the work that they were doing, right? That's the first thing. There's a lot of accolades that these guys show. Number 2, the CEO that runs the show, is an inventor. He invented a lot of technological products that had gone on to become a success. I mean, we're talking about a gentleman who created and invented the world's slimmest car. Okay, so obviously when this guy is coming onto the company is coming on with a lot of weight. So when I looked at company reputation, I'm like, I've got this guy. This guy is good. Number 2 is the product that we're dealing with. Is it relevant? Is it needed in this time? Well, cryptocurrencies, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about a technology that is totally revolutionizing the way people transact value, the same way internet changed communication. I mean, for those who might not know, before the internet, people were not able to communicate effectively over longer distances. They had to write a letter and hope that this letter will get onto the other side. It could take 2 months, but right now, the same communication that could take 2 months doesn't even take 2 minutes because of the internet. The same revolutionary pattern the internet had to communication, cryptocurrencies has to finance. And when I look at this thing, I'm like, wow, I'm so blessed to be in this digital age right now. Fourth industrial revolution, one of the backbones of fourth industrial revolution is blockchain technology. Blockchain technology, which is the backbone of Bitcoin and all cryptocurrencies. I was so excited about this. And I'm like, we have the right product, we have the right company, we have the right product and service. Let's look at the opportunity. And Mining City says, if you decide to partner with them and use their product and service, listen to this, guys. The product and the service of Mining City is not something you can drink or something that you eat and it's finished. No, no, no. The product and service its own pays you just for you becoming a beneficiary of the product. You get paid. I don't know on earth a product that pays you for doing nothing. The product pays, ladies and gentlemen. So we're talking about passive income, okay? Now, passive income, do you have something that is paying you when you are not working? Guess what? When people of Mining City are sleeping, guess what? They're still getting paid from the product and service offered by Mining City. So you can buy the product or service. The third thing that really amazed me, which is the opportunity to say that if you're now benefiting from the opportunity, say, look, I want to become the distributor of these good news. I want to connect friends and family and build an online business where I can connect people all over the world. The company will share with you a commission paid out through a referral structure. That's the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. The company pays out 35% to the network marketing community, which is us, people, franchises, us, the people who decide to share this information with other people. We get 35% from the company's revenue. So Mining City over the past 2 years has done over $2 billion in sales. In other words, they've paid out more than $700 million to people like me, like Papa, like the person who've invited you to this call. Now, I understand that the product and service is going to pay me, but it's not going to make me rich, right? The product and service is not going to, it's not going to make you rich. It's like a person trying to become rich on rental income, okay? You're not going to be rich on rental income, right? But my problems needed real money. So I decided to do the business with the right mentoring in place, with the right coaching in place. I was able to create an income for myself like no man's business. I made more money in 1 month than I did in my whole entire life before. Wow. Combined. Right?
That is dope.
That is dope, Popo. I like how you said dope.
That is dope.
Why, Papa? Because of these three things. We had a great company, powerful reputation, done over $2 billion in sales. Not one day did you not get paid. Number two, cryptocurrency. Papa, we can't run away from these things. It's a reality right now. For those who watched the Springbok yesterday, you saw those adverts of Bitcoin and Luno on Springbok. This thing ain't going nowhere. Thirdly, an opportunity where I could share and build an organization and mentor people and help them achieve their dreams through this wonderful technology is exactly what I've done, Pop.
If you just tuned with us, just recently, we are profiling one of the leaders, promising leaders, passionate leaders about the network marketing space. We are Fox Nation. We have partnered with Mining City. We are a student of cryptocurrency. We are students of a network marketing space. We are giving you a fresh testimony regarding the success backed by the network marketing, the success backed by the decision making, and we have our guest by the name of Neo Checker. My good sir, we've got quite a number of people that do not want to take a decision because of partners in their households. How does it feel to work with your partner and to have the same goal, same vision, same common understanding of creating wealth in the fourth industrial revolution using artificial intelligence as your tool of trade?
Popo, yeah, look, I can only imagine. I can only imagine the trauma some people go through when they have a partner that does not support their vision, right, or that does not coincide. I've been fully supported. In fact, before my wife was my wife, she was actually my friend, and we built this business together. Like, so if there's one person that I knew I could trust with my wife, is the person with my life was actually my wife, when she was still my friend. So for me, it has been a huge blessing, to I really don't think I would have the gas to have done it so wrong. Because, Papa, let me say this with some people as well. And I like to do this, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to be honest with you right now. We are in a stage in our lives right now with Mining City where we don't have to lie to people to get them involved. We don't have to do that. Like, we have a lot of money. We make a lot of money, right? The people in here, we don't have to lie. So if you're going to do the network marketing business, I was 24-year-old when I got involved here. You can imagine yourself. Would you listen to a 24-year-old telling you about making $1 million, right? So there was a lot of challenges when I started off in this business. It was new. There was not so much infrastructure in place. So I was speaking about a pie in the sky, So and I was dealing with a lot of negativity. People saying this is a scam. When I this, you that. Go back to school. You know what you're talking about. When do this, do that. Million. I am 40 years old. I've never touched $1 million. You are 24. You're telling me about. So there's a lot of things that but to have someone in your corner, that say, man, let's keep on pushing, man. Let's keep on. It really, really helps. So the gas, there are days where I just didn't feel like, and I didn't have a car. I didn't have a car. And fortunately with me, I was able to build my business. Initially, even when I resigned, my now wife, but then friend, she went to work, and so I had to take her to work, then take the car, then travel with the car. Sure. Use the car for building my business, every single day. So a lot of my success, really came as a function of that. I can attribute my success to a lot of things. And so one of the things when I Popo really, having a person, in fact, Popo, having an environment. Can I just take you through 4 things that you need for you to
I was coming to that. Coming to that. Go ahead, my good sir, push it to that direction, because I want people to understand that there's a lot that you need, apart from you having a passion for something, a vision for something, what sort of tools that you need to use as an anchor towards your destination?
Perfect stuff. So, Papa, the first thing you need as a human being or to attain some level of success is a vehicle to exercise that success. So just going back to my story, understanding that I would not become a millionaire working, I needed a different vehicle, right? And Mining City provided an opportunity for me to earn. So they provide the infrastructure. This is what Mining City provides. They provide a compensation plan to compensate me, and they provide a mining plans that pays me every single day. That's the 2 things that they provide for me. Mining City, they provide mining power that I benefit from on a daily basis, and a compensation plan if I decide to tell other people and get them hooked up, right? So that's the vehicle you need. With Mining City, I knew the vehicle I could get to $1 million. So that's the what. The what was Mining City. But the how is an environment. So you can have a good seed, ladies and gentlemen. You can have a good seed, but until that seed gets inside good soil, which is a good environment, it will never fulfill its potential of bearing fruit, right? So even though I had a system called Mining City, but I needed an environment that was going to be conducive for me. In other words, how am I going to learn how to build the business? Where do I go for trainings? Who was gonna? So Mining City does not provide that, but Fox Nation provided that. So an environment that was going to be conducive for my growth. And an environment, ladies and gentlemen, is very, very important, because whether you like it or not, your environment will always program your mentality. Your environment will always program your mentality, right? In fact, I'm Xhosa. No, I'm not Xhosa, by the way. Never Chika is a Sotho name. That's who I am by identity, Sotho. But I grew up and I was socialized amongst Xhosa people. That's why I speak Xhosa. Now, if the same Xhosa child was taken out and put in China, even though they have a Xhosa identity, but they will always, they would gonna grow up speaking Chinese, probably eating Chinese food because of their environment. Your environment will always will always be stronger than your initial identity. And let me put it to you this way. A lot of us, when we say all of us have been created equal, in other words, our identity, all of us, we have the ability to become great people. We all have the abilities to become excellent, great individuals who are destined for success. But guess what? That's who our identity is. But until we are put into the right environment, that greatness of identity will never find fulfillment in its full manifestation. Never, And so that is why we have a lot of great people dying with their level of greatness without ever being discovered, simply because there was never a right environment. And so Fox Nation becomes that environment for you, where you can come together with people who are open-minded, people who want what you want, people who are willing to support to get what you want, people who tell you how to make money, how to keep money, and how to multiply the money that you have with courses and events. Ladies and gentlemen, we have that all in store for you, and that is available for me.
Wow.
So looking at me, let me be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not the most smartest person in the room. I'm hardworking, not the most hardworking. I just got into the right environment with the right people. There's nothing really that's much special about me. I'm just in the right environment. You put a good seed in a good soil, you're going to get some good fruit. So Fox Nation became that good fruit for me. Why? Because it also had mentorship. I was coached and walked through by the people like Leonardo Folom, Zianda Piti, Hannah Pins, people who took care of me. But they only took care of me because I wanted to work. So I was not spoon-fed. No, don't get me wrong. I showed I wanted hunger. I was always available. I always attended. I always showed up. And guess what? I showed up for some days where there were those results, ladies and gentlemen. If there's one thing I could give people, even those, as I said, guys, I give you the whole thing in front of you, whether you join or whether you're not, at least I told you the truth. That's what I tell people. When you plant like a farmer, you need to plant urgently, but wait patiently. Because sometimes you're going to need to plant tomorrow another seed, even though you did not reap yesterday's seed. Sure. So a lot of people, they give up. A lot of people, they throw in the towel. Why? Because they have not harvested the seeds they sowed yesterday. Okay? And so no farmer goes into his plow expecting to see the thing he sowed yesterday or last week. Right? No one expects that. They give it time. And so you need to, every day you keep on planting. And I planted for 2 years before I made my first million. Wow. But my first 6 months I planted that and I never saw much success. But even though I didn't see the success, I kept on planting. I kept on planting and I kept on watering. I kept on planting, which was, exposing myself to the information. And I kept on watering, attending the trainings that was available for me. And I kept on doing it every single day, whether I felt like, when I did not feel like it, I just kept on showing up. And boom, 2 years later, 26, and I made my first million, bought myself a Mercedes, an AMG line. 2 years later, that was And so a lot of people came in, Pop,
Wow.
came in because of the AMG, came in because of the great success they are seeing right now. But they come in to celebrate the fruit.
That was planted
But they were not,
2 years
they were
ago.
not there. They were planted 2 years ago. And so when you're coming into this journey, ladies and gentlemen, don't come here with a 1 month attitude or a 2 month attitude. Give yourself 18 months or 2 years of, I'm going to plant, I'm going to learn. Because then ask yourself, if not this, then compare this to your work. Let's compare this to your work. If you continue at your work right now for the next 2 years, where are you going to be?
Yeah.
Just 3 years, just even 5 years. Let's even take 10 years. If you continue doing what you're doing at your work right now for the next 10 years, how different is your result going to be? If you don't know, look at the people who are in your work, right now for the past 10 years. Look at them. And so why mind applying yourself to a business for the next 2 to 3 years that could give you more than you have ever acquired in your lifetime, just by sacrificing 2 years of your time by plowing small seeds every single day. So that's what happened to me, Pop. 2 years later, I made my first million. Then went on the following year to make multi-millions in a space of a couple of months. And now, now I've got a bonus that's going to pay me more than $1 million in a day.
Good people, don't be confused. We are talking about Mining City, a company that we are partners of in the cryptocurrency space. We are Fox Nation, an organization, a movement that specializes with cryptocurrency education, financial education, personal development, as well as network marketing, sessions and classes. So we are that organization. My good sir, within the space of a family of Fox Nation, we have a strategy, a tool of trade we use that is called a millionaire maker strategy. Just 2 minutes of your time, take us through that strategy, because we are engulfed by that scenario and we are very excited about it.
Perfect, Pablo. So, ladies and gentlemen, Lonabo Fololo in I think this was 2017. He came up with this. He had a question, how could he make 1 million rand in 1 month? And so he looked at if he could introduce one person per month for the next 12 months and duplicating that over the next 12 months, he would have made 1 million in 1 million in 12 months. But then he asked himself another question. He said, why should I do this in 12 months? Why can't I do it in 12 weeks? And so he said, okay, cool. So if we could compress what we could do in 12 months into 12 weeks, we could achieve 1 million, not in 12 months, but 1 million in 12 weeks, which was 90 days.
Sure.
And so that is the story of the 90-day game plan. And he talks about, I was not there, he talks about it. And he said he never made, in that 1 month, he never made, in the first time he did it, the 90 days later, he went from making 50,000 to 350,000 in 1 month. So the second time he does it now, this was also in 2017, he's a much bigger team. He goes in and makes more than 2 million in 90 days, right? The third, and I think I came in through doing the third 90-day game plan for Fox Nation. And, I also didn't. So after my first 90-day game plan, I resigned from my job. So I didn't make the million. I didn't make $1 million in my second 90-day game plan. In my third 90-day game plan, I also didn't make it. But in my fourth one, was crazy, because I made more than 2.5 million rand in 90 days. That particular, the game plan strategy. And so what we do is we engage on a journey, ladies and gentlemen, of 12 weeks or a 90-day game journey, where we do what we call income producing activities that leads to you making 1 million in the 90 days. And so, and many people might ask, but like, no, why 90 days? And I say, look, well, remember, it takes 90 days to form a new habit. I know people say 21 days. No, 21 days that's when your wires of your brain start rewiring. But the wiring completes after 90 days. So if you do the same thing after 90 days, guess what? It becomes a habit. And for you to become a successful person, success needs to become a habit. If you are a person who is broke, it's not that you have become a master of being broke. Like you are habitually broke. You know what I mean? You don't even think about it. You know, how many of you actually think about, I'm going to be broke? No, you don't have to, because it happens habitually, right? So if you, and if you look at the patterns that make you broke, you look at the fact that you always give up. You look at the fact that you always throw in the towel. You always complain. You spend a lot of time watching TV. You know, there's a certain pattern of your life that continues itself, that gives you the same results. And so those habits give you certain results. So what we do is we embark on a journey of 90 days to bring in new habits in our lives and new income producing activities that's going to take our success to the next level. And so I'm so excited right now because we have pre-launched it. And at the end of this month, we are launching it. Now, guys, listen to me very, very carefully, especially those who have not gone in yet. If you're on this call right now and you've been invited by someone, you are so fortunate to be part of this 90-day camp plan, because we have not launched, we're just pre-launching it. We're launching this month end, so you want to be in before month end. You know, Mining City will be adjusting their prices in the next 18 days, in the next 15 days. No, not even. On the 18th, on the next 10 days, the prices of the plans will go up by 30%. So it's going to cost you 30% more to get involved. So you want to go get money now. Look, I'm urging you, right? I'm not begging you. I'm literally encouraging you to make sure that within this week you are getting involved and you get plugged into our system so you can be ready to shoot with us, you know, for the next 90 days. A lot of people, where am I going to get the money? I say, okay, cool. Tell me, if you had an opportunity to make 1 million right now, would a simple 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 rand, 60,000 rand be too much for you? If you had an opportunity to make 1 million in the next 90 days, why do you count the cost of a shovel when you are about to go dig for gold, right? So a lot of people, you know, and lastly, make a decision. A lot of my success in this industry right now, even the rank that they recently achieved, came as a function. I make a decision, Pop. I get inspired by people who achieve greatness. So you can find me on YouTube sometimes watching the best boxers, best footballers, best rappers speak. I'm not there to listen to the rap music. I want to hear what is their mindset. I love people who achieve greatness. You know why? Because I get fulfilled by greatness. You know, and so I made a decision. I want to become great at this industry. I'm not leaving the network marketing industry until my name is written in the book of greats in network marketing. You know, that's my dream. So I decided when I get inside this opportunity, I'm going to be great. That's my decision. I'm not going to come in here and just be I'm going to come here and I'm going to stand out. I'm going to be great. So a lot of you who are about to come in, your biggest hurdle that you're going to jump here is not that you're going to face difficulties outside. The biggest hurdle that you're going to jump is, have you decided to become extremely great? Have you made a decision and a commitment to yourself that, you know what, I'm going to become absolutely great at what this opportunity has to offer. I'm going to become a superstar here. I'm going to show Africa that there's a better way. I'm going to show Africa and my family and whoever, you know, that I have what to take to also become a GOAT, which is the greatest of all time.
I could say just the last few words as, you know, we encourage someone who is saying, I still just want to observe this. And someone is having, you know, chunks of money from somewhere, invested somewhere. And that person says, I want the smallest package. I want to test the system. And when I have tested the system, then I will come back and invest more money. Tell us about the time sensitivity of this opportunity.
The nature of all great opportunities are time sensitive. That's it, Paul. the nature of all great opportunities are time sensitive.
Wow.
There's a development in Johannesburg that we wanted to not just invest in. And we understood if we had just come in 2 months earlier, we would have at least grown our capital by more than 30%, just by coming in 2 months earlier. So just imagine if I was like, let me see until they finish this phase of development. I missed out on the growth. So I've seen a lot of people pop up. I mean, I've had this in my business where someone has, a couple of hundreds of thousands, and they say, no, let me start with the bronze there. I don't want to test. By the time they see what the bronze have done, they come to me and they say, why didn't you convince me to put in more money? I don't have time to convince. We don't convince here.
Absolutely.
See, the opportunity grows with or without you. If someone is opening this opportunity for you, they're actually doing you a favor. Because whether you get on, because if you put this way, if you get involved today, we all get paid. If you don't get involved today, we still get paid, right? So like that's just the thing.
Sure.
And Bitcoin, Popo, I waited in 2016 when I was told about Bitcoin. I didn't get involved. I came back a year later, and the price had grown by more than 300%. It didn't wait for me.
Wow.
So unfortunately, Popo, as I said, we're not selling tea and stuff like that where you can come buy next year. By the time you come back, prices would be higher. Like right now, if you look, I'll say take an extra day or two to make a final decision than to come in today with a quarter of the money you should have come in, because you're gonna feel so bad about yourself. You're gonna make up so much, and you're gonna try to make up for it in a very incorrect manner. So I always tell people, go in or don't go in. Don't put this is not it. This is not for you. If you just want to, this one, and it's okay, ladies and gentlemen, you might not be wrong, okay? You might not, if you don't want to, don't let anyone make you feel wrong for not coming into this opportunity, right? If you don't, please, right? Be honest to yourself. If you don't want to, don't go in. But if you want to, go in, right? So it's as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm telling you this, the next 70 millionaires could be you. If you are not
Absolutely.
in, it's definitely not you. If you're not in Mining City, it's definitely not going to be you. Definitely. But you're inside, strong chance it might be you. And even if it's not you, let's just say you make 500,000 in the next 90 days. Have you made 500,000 in 90 days ever? Just think about it. A good thing.
Thank you very much, my good sir, for your time. And in the interest of time, we've just, exclusively completed our hour. We want to be time sensitive even to our people who have been invited by those that are with us already. So thank you very much, my good sir, for your time. Keep on winning. I get very excited, when I see progress within our family. We are a family that is oriented when it comes into goals. Keep on winning, keep on shining, and keep on keeping on the good work.
Thank you, my good sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.